Well, here we are. Oh, what is it, like 7, 8 months later? I had to stop my build on this 3D printed drone, which I printed on the CR10-S5 because of winter. Now that it's warm enough, I went ahead and resumed the build. To save money, I had to take a shortcut. Right now it's running on pen light batteries from the dollar store. The intended power source was going to be like an RC 14 volt battery pack. So right now it's running on less than 12 because the pen light batteries would put out 12 fresh with no load, but obviously under load they put out less than that. But anyway, it was working and walking and out here with the other ones. And the project for me originally started more than 10 years ago when I built these full-size Huey, Louie, and Dewey drones 1, 2, and 3 from the movie Silent Running in full scale and detailed as in the movie. But then I decided it'd be fun to do kind of a different 3D version of it, so I put up on Thingiverse this little version of the claw walker one, which takes 2 pen light batteries and walks with the claw feet. Then after that I did a version where it doesn't have the claw feet anymore, and when it walks the body rocks back and forth and uses pins underneath to move. And you can, I'll put links to both these YouTubes and the Thingiverse files if you want to build that one. I may put this one up on Thingiverse if there's any response at all or interest in it. Then just printing files off Thingiverse. I saw that file, which I made as large as I could fit on the Versa MK2 I had at the time, and printed that. But that got me thinking, when the CR10-S5s came out with their large 500 by 500 by 500 build, or 20 inch by 20 inch by 20 inch build size, that maybe I could go ahead and make a larger walking version on that. And this is the largest that I could scale up without starting to split parts apart on the build plate, the body. Obviously I could go bigger if I wanted to build the side pieces as separate things and hood parts as separate parts and piece them together, and maybe I'll do that. I don't know. But this is what I came up with so far. Turned out pretty cool. Like I said, I do need to get the 14 volt pack so I can have enough power to go in, because right now I think with all the experimenting and building and still running on the same dollar store pen light batteries, and those are AA batteries, it's getting a little sluggish. And a cheap remote off eBay is like $7 or $8 or something like that. And I broke some of the controls down. Pushing A will just make the body rock back and forth without the rolling motion. Pushing B should make it walk to the left. Pushing C should make it walk to the right. Pushing D should make it walk forward, which is the one I had on when we did the opening. So basically, the rocking without walking, with in any case the light should be on the front too, would be this mode. And the difference between just rocking in place and not moving is what's extending down on the legs, and you can see this in the earlier videos of when I was building this, is a motorized wheel. So for example, right now there's a motorized wheel pushed down on the ground, and if that wheel was turning in this direction, that would move that foot forward. And then when that foot goes down and this foot goes up, if that wheel was moving forward, that would make that foot move forward. Or if I reverse the feet, then I should be able to go backwards or do whatever I want. Right now it's just wired that when I do the left or the right choice, it just simply turns off one of the motors. So it'll stomp one motor in place, like you see it just stomping in place now, and when the other foot comes down, that one would then move forward. So it's kind of a slow turn. But there's no reason you couldn't do the reverse motor thing I just described and get your turn to happen twice as fast. But that is how it turned out. I think it turned out pretty cool. I've been doing a little weathering on it to try to make it look a little more lived in. Still a little too bright around the leg things, but and I probably should add some flexible piping down to the leg parts. Let's see if we can get a lower angle on this thing here. And here it is actually moving. Now let's just go to the stomping in place. I think what I could do is I'll flip this thing on its back here. I'm sorry about the crappy camera angle at the moment. But since this was handheld, there's not a lot I can do. Okay. So, now you can see what I was talking about. There's a little gearhead motor here and a drive wheel, and this piece, besides the body rocking, that's one cam. There's a separate cam that makes this extend or this go in, all driven by one central motor. So you can see this is the effect. Like I say, the only difference between that and any of the other buttons is whether these motorized wheels are turned on and which ones are turned on or what direction they're turned on. Other than that, it's just the same action. I was trying to get more of the action and the look that the robot had in the movie Silent Running, when they actually had the actors in there, where they had to throw their body weight because they were walking on their hands. They didn't have any legs in order to fit in the costume, and throwing their body weight back and forth. So that's why I went with the rocking action on that. So there you have it. Turned out pretty cool. If you haven't ever looked at my robot hut, you can find videos on my channel here on YouTube. But there's a lot of stuff in here. If you're into 3D printing, a lot of my 3D printed robots, which are in this upper shelf mostly. See, that's the Fab 365 Robot S, which I made battery operated with lit eyes. That's 3D printed, and there it is in silver. And these wind-ups are 3D printed, and they were given out as a giveaway at a bot stock one year. The very first toy robot that I ever used 3D printing on is this one here. It's shaped like the little A. This is the box and the box art I did for it. But there's a website called Alphadrome, and that robot is their mascot. And I kind of wanted to turn the guys into biped walking robots. So it's you know, all servo driven, balances, walks, talks, moving arms, lit eyes. Using a Pololu 6-channel microcontroller to control all the functions. This is the back side. No, that's the front side. Just not high enough to see the face. Another servo-controlled robot based off the movie Zothra. The Change Prince robot was a all 3D printed robot design that I did for another guy. But basically it's programmed, walks, there's a light show behind here. The head splits open, you'll see one face, the head closes, walks, light show, arms moving, stops, head opens, and then there's a different face. So there's a rotating head in there on the platter. Nando is all 3D printed, including his remote control. This little guy is very small, but actually walks with separately moving legs, ratcheted wheels on the bottom, lit eyes, full radio control. Alpha Rama, obviously you can tell that it's again the A shape from Alphadrome, but it's kind of based loosely on the Bender idea. And it walks again with the 3D printed legs. It's a biped, so it stands up and wobbles and balances. But I actually use these helical gears to control the foot movements because they look cool and it's very tight, better than the lever that I used in my first one. And the beer comes out, goes up to the mouth, delivers a few beer Alpha Rama lines, arms move, eyes light, talks. What else? I put up on Thingiverse a very simple design for using 4 servos to do a walking platform, and this is a robot that was based off of that design. This one has got a pololu in it to control the walking, the arms, the gears, and the lit eyes. And this version uses the servo tester, which is what I was trying to teach everyone that they could do, is just take one of those $2 servo testers you can get off eBay, and you can control all the servos. So it controls the walking, the arms, the gears are under servo control. All of that can happen from a single servo controller. So that platform there, used it again on this platform called Mr. Servo. This one, besides the walking and the moving arms, it has a turning head and lit eyes. And there's the Fab 365 Robot R, converted battery operation, walking. Another Nando. The clock is off of Thingiverse, and it was an early item that I printed because the guy did such a great job designing it. Just looked really cool. That's the small Thingiverse drone that you saw that I printed as large as I could earlier. I showed you on the Persa. At that time it was the MK2. And a couple of the different claw walkers I did of the early design, the silent walking drone. Basically different print jobs. This one had fill here. This one had fill removed. You know, just this one had a different claw attachment. Just minor things when I was trying to decide how I wanted to do it. And I did my version of the Robot Commando, and I called it Robot Commando Junior. Again, it's programmed with a pololu with continuous rotation servos, so I could make it steer left, right, forward, backward. Arms on servos with gun lights in the hands. The top of the head flips open and the missile comes out and then retracts again. Puts on a little show, basically. Got other early 3D printed robots. I think, yeah, it's a pin walker. So it means it has pins in the feet that make it walk. You just put the battery in. I believe, yeah, both those, it's a single battery, and then there's a voltage up converter to run the LEDs for the eyes, like you'd see in a garden, you know, the automatic garden nightlight things that you can buy for $1. This robot was based on some pulp art from a very early magazine, and it has a remote control. It's all 3D printed. It was 3D printed in polysmooth. That's why it looks shiny. It's not been painted other than the silver. The silver's paint, but the blue is all just the polysmooth blue. Walks, lit eyes, spinning rotors, tocks. Another project for another guy. This is 3D printed. Again, programmed with a pololu, moves on wheels, so I can control the direction, turns at the waist, arms move, light on top of the head, light in eyes. It has a sound, and it's based on the Pope artwork on a 1958 magazine that was advertising Radicon robot, basically, and this was like Mrs. Radicon. The Mexican robot was this is based on an actual rare toy that was made in Mexico in a very small quantity, and having had repaired a few of the original metal toys for people, and I decided, well, originally I actually made some reproductions in metal, but now that there's 3D printers, why not just 3D print all the parts? But it's a simple mechanical robot, 2 penlight batteries, walks with swinging arms and a light in the face. Then the storage container I put up on Thingiverse, but it's based on the iris boxes that you can download off Thingiverse. Then I made this 3D printed body that the iris boxes would fit into, which is actually based off of this M27 toy that I had as a kid. So I kind of thought it would make a nice little storage compartment and also a way to use the iris boxes. Then of course the Dalek Buddha off Thingiverse. So I think that pretty much covers it. I guess I left him laying down on his back. He's still resting. Now let's see if we can make him kick a little and struggle. Get up, Drawn 6, get up. But anyway, it turned out pretty cool. And one day when I get the 14-volt battery pack, I should be able to march him around for longer periods of time.